While the woman was giving birth in the delivery room, she suddenly felt the baby inside her violently tearing at her from within. Alarmed, she immediately told the doctor something wasn't right, but the doctor told her not to panic. He explained that it was likely due to the baby's unusually large head. He even remarked that this might be the biggest baby he'd ever delivered, at least 12 pounds, he guessed. However, just as he prepared to pull the baby out, his expression froze. Outside the room, the husband was still anxiously and excitedly waiting to meet his newborn. But to his horror, a nurse suddenly burst out of the operating room, drenched in blood. Before the husband could even react, the nurse collapsed to the ground. Rushing over to her, he discovered she had died from massive blood loss. Realizing something was terribly wrong, the husband dashed into the delivery room in search of his wife. But when he finally located the right room, what he saw left him stunned. Carefully stepping over the bodies scattered on the floor, he made his way to his wife's side. He asked what had happened, but she was completely hysterical, screaming in terror and unable to speak coherently. Just then, another nurse entered the room, only to realize that the newborn was gone and the umbilical cord had been violently torn off. The husband, now furious and panicked, demanded to know what was going on. Seeing him on the verge of losing control, the nurse pulled him out of the delivery room and quickly called the police. When the police arrived, their investigation led to a shocking conclusion. The woman had given birth to a monster. Based on the bite marks on the nurse's neck and the blood evidence at the scene, authorities suspected the newborn had killed everyone in the room and escaped through the hospital's ventilation system. The husband found this theory absurd. After all, just a few years ago, they had given birth to a perfectly healthy son. There was no history of genetic issues or abnormalities. Convinced the hospital was hiding something, he fled the building that very night, taking his traumatized wife home. But what he didn't know was that their monstrous child had silently followed them back, and soon, the neighbors around them began to suffer the consequences.